What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Back here with Nothing But Dirt. As y'all can see, there's a late model in the driveway. I picked that thing up pretty cheap from a fella. I've known him for a while. His name's Larry Pace. I really just wanted the heads off this motor. It's got a little 355 in it. It's got a good set of Pontiac heads. Same thing as like a Brodix. I think they're dash 10 heads, dash 8, something like that. But should make pretty good power. I think this will be a good engine combination to have in the modified at the tracks locally around here, like County Line and Halifax, places like that. Keep a little bit of time off the big motor. It's so daggone expensive to get that thing rebuilt, so I kind of got to race a little bit smarter next year. But this car, it's a Larry Shaw late model. It's a 2007 Larry Shaw late model. I really ain't got that much time on it. It'd be a great 602 car. I think we might, if Jamin decides he wants to go 602 late model racing, this will be a little project for us to do on it. It needs a little TLC. Definitely needs a body put on it. This body's ancient. It sits about a foot too high. But it's actually a swing arm car. As y'all know, I had a swing arm set up on my 2001 Throwing Dirt, and I really enjoyed it. And it was very drivable, and loved the rough tracks. But not too sure what we're going to do with the car yet. It might stick around, or it could get sold. I won't be keeping it. It's either going to get sold to Jamin, or could be sold to someone else. Could be sold to one of y'all if you are looking into 602 late model. But this is really what 602 late model should be, in my opinion. They shouldn't be brand new cars. Same thing with the crate stuff for the modifieds. But make somebody a great starter car where you can learn how to race. But anyhow, might try to pull this motor out today. I just wanted to start this video out. Got some projects here and there new in the shop. On the last video, y'all see when I'm leaving Ryan's, said I was going to pick up a pit box. So I'm going to be doing some video into that. Be putting, or pretty much just refacing it with sheet metal, if you will, and getting us a pit box set up so people don't go in and out of the trailer, and hopefully make it where I can keep accountability on my tools, make sure people put them back. Here's the old little pit box. Matter of fact, the little 602 modified I drove for Jonathan and his pops, Mike. I actually picked this thing up from him, and got a killer deal on it. But a little bit of TLC. As you can see, it's got plenty of storage here. It's actually got a built-in toolbox on the back, which I want to change up a little bit. I'm not really too crazy about having the toolbox on the back. I'd rather it be on the side. So my plan is to come over here, and where this door opens up, I love the saying up there too, but where this door opens up, I'd like to put a toolbox there to keep all the tools in. And then, as you can see, you'll have all the storage to the left and the right and under. But plenty of storage on that thing. That's gonna be, hopefully it's a lifesaver. If it's, where it just gets in the way, then for what I got this thing for, I can pretty much triple, maybe even quadruple my money off of it. So all in all, I've always wanted a pit box, never really had a way to afford one. But I was looking into building my own, but the way that steel prices are, and even like aluminum costs, it'd be outrageous. So I already got a sheet of white left over from last year's body on the Throwing Dirt, and I think that should be able to do most of it. I mean, I could just roll with what I got, but if I like to have things looking nice, so, and I got the stuff to do it. But that's gonna be a little project we take on here soon. But today, I think we're gonna focus on getting this motor out of this late model, and get it where it's sitting in the shop, not out in the cold, which has got antifreeze and all in it. But I'd rather be sitting in the shop ready to bolt into this modified when we're ready. Got some parts on order for it. Hopefully my loads will get here soon, and hopefully sometime after Christmas. Christmas kind of hit us hard, but I can start ordering the other parts. But gotta say, we got a lot of work to do, not a whole lot of time to do it. I'd love to make that race down in Georgia at Screven. That's really cool. They're bringing UMPs down there, and I think that'd be an awesome opportunity to go down there and race, because y'all know I'm from Georgia, and don't really get to go down there and race too much. We got the car under the lift gate, about to start tearing this motor out. Have to find something to get this antifreeze caught in. I don't want it sitting out in the yard. I don't want nobody's dog or strays or whatever drinking it or whatnot. But step one, get this motor out and get it ready for the modified, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do with this Larry Shaw late model. I'll go ahead and knock everything off of it real quick, so shouldn't take too long to get this motor out, I don't think, but we're gonna get after it. All right, boys and girls, down to just having to get the headers off, and the motor's coming out. Not too bad. I think I got maybe 20 minutes on it already or so. I'm just hoping that these header bolts, somebody, I hope, put anti-seize on them. I'm not a big fan of anti-seize, but on these aluminum heads it definitely helps. And I let it run a little bit, got some heat in it, so maybe it broke up the corrosion. But we're about to see if we can't get these things knocked off and get the motor yanked out of here. All right, so got the headers off. They actually weren't that bad. They were just glued up there pretty tight with some silicone, which is what I do on my heads too. But we're about to lower this lift gate down, hook the chain up, and see if we can't yank this thing. Shouldn't be too bad. This is how we actually got the cars out, or the motors out of both our modified, so should be pretty straightforward, pretty easy. just like that. When you're a redneck, you ain't got an engine horse, you just use your high-class hauler. Alright guys, well, got this old turd out. Wasn't too bad. But, as y'all can see, we got us a little motor. I think we'll be alright going to places like County Line and Halifax and stuff like that. I'm gonna pull some valve covers off and see if I can't find any part numbers. I think that these are the Pontiac 867 heads. I do know that they're the 60/40 valve spacing, which means I gotta find some rocker arms because it does not have the right rockers on it. So I know Jessel has a nice set of shaft rockers, but $1,600 is a little bit out of my price range for this motor. I'm gonna call Harlan Sharp and see. I want to say they well, I've been told that they actually make a set of 60/40 offset rockers for these heads that are, you know, just you run them off the studs. You don't have to have they're just conventional stud rockers. You don't have to worry about, you know, shaft rockers, all that crap, because that stuff's expensive. And this motor, it's really just going to be a backup. And hopefully, you know, while I'm waiting to get the SP2 back, I finally got a quote for it, and it's a little out of reach for right now. I told him to make it right, and because I don't want to put it back in the car and have the same issues again. But Axios Investigations Firm, they're going to help me with that motor and the bill on it. So definitely appreciate those guys, and make sure I got what I need to run up front. So, well, that's our plan for 2022. Is that's my goal, is to race as much as I can, and you know, just do as well as I can with what equipment I have. And then maybe 2023 I'll be lucky enough to be able to afford a new chassis and put all my parts on it or whatnot. But anyhow, guys, I'm gonna get this thing into the shop real quick and pick y'all back up. Well, that's not good. It's what happens when you build a racing motor and you let it sit with steel valve covers on it. Builds condensation and start rusting on the inside. Unfortunately, that rust has fell down on the top of the heads. But what I was talking about on these, see, these are the Pontiac, and then the part numbers are 867. They're a good set of heads. But what I was talking about is, if you look on these intake valves, Max, move. Look, you want to be in the video? There you go. Say hey. Say hey. You're trying to lick me to death. If you look on, like this right here, see how the roller isn't quite on the square on the tip of the valve? That can cause some pretty catastrophic stuff at higher RPMs. Another thing I want to do is put stud girdles on it as well. Just give it a little bit more strength so I can turn it a little bit harder. Put some stud girdles on it, that way we can turn it and it be a little bit more reliable and that kind of stuff, because definitely don't want to go breaking another motor. It wouldn't be no fun. But if any of y'all know how to tell if these are the high-rise or the high-rise heads, or I'm sorry, the raised runner heads, not high-rise. My mind's in 1,000 different places right now. But if y'all know how to tell without taking the intake or anything off, drop down in the comments, let me know if you don't mind. And I'm about to, I might go ahead and pull the oil pan off this thing, just so I know, and I can be a little bit more, you know, sleep a little better at night. Just know that there's no rust in the bottom end, and make sure that pickup's not going to get clogged, and maybe even put an oil pump and a new pickup in it, just for, you know, a little bit of insurance, because motors ain't cheap to fix, and definitely don't want to have to fix another one. That's the whole point of getting this one. So I'm going to talk to Mr. Larry. That's another cool thing about this motor is Mr. Larry, actually, this is one of his motors that he built for, I think the last person that was actually in it and it was rebuilt, I believe Gerald Oldham out of Carthage did it. But Mr. Larry actually originally put this motor together. And I think that's awesome. Be pretty cool to actually have one of his engines in my race car again. And I think that'd be really neat. Look who decides to show up, old Bumfoot. Y'all keep Jamin in your minds and in your prayers, because he's struggling with the surgery he just had on his foot. He said he had to get out of the house, so they come over. All right, Bill, it's been a couple days since, well, actually it's been about a week since I filmed the video pulling the motor out of the late model. We bore scoped it this past weekend, actually on Christmas, last Saturday. We bore scoped it, and the cylinders look brand new, so I think we got a nice piece. As y'all can see, I've done a little touch-up paint on the old girl, and I had a buddy, Brett Dicer, had him come over. He's a he's a wizard when it comes to a race car, and I had him look at the frame horn and asked him his opinion. He says that you know, it should be close enough where we should be able to get it to bump back out on the right front. So I think what we're going to do, because I've tried to find some replacement frame rails and that kind of stuff, not really having any luck with that. So I'm not spending $350 on it. I think we can get it bumped out. So that part's done. This weekend we're going to start doing the decking on both cars and start doing some body stuff. So right now I'm outside and working on the pit box. It's going to be a separate video, but make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and like the video, comment, tell us what you think of the new motor. It's a little bit less power. It's a little 355. Like I said, it's got the Pontiac heads on it. I've reached out to Harlem Sharp, and they specialize in rocker arms, so they're gonna work with me on getting me the correct set of rocker arms and a nice set of stud girdles so we can twist this little thing and try to get as much power out of it as we can. So appreciate y'all watching. If anybody's interested in that late model, let me know. Jamin said he might be interested in it. Kind of waiting on him on that, but we'll catch y'all later.